Hello and welcome once again to Akose's vlog. Today we are preparing okra soup without palm oil. This delicacy is indigenous to the Volta people in Ghana and is loved by all. Come with me as I take you through the process today. So in my pot, I'm going to start with cooking my meat. I have salted pig feet, my cowhide or Kawuro, others call it pomo or Wele. I also have my beef. I'm going to cook this for 15 minutes or till the water evaporates. I'm also adding my onion, my tomato, and then my habanero pepper. Add according to your heat, but make sure that we don't need too much tomato for this recipe. I also didn't add any salt because the pig feet was salted. Whilst waiting for it to cook, I'm going to start with my okra. I'm going to start chopping them into the sizes I prefer. You can grate yours or you can chop them in bigger chunks, and it's okay. Do whatever you want. After, I'm going to also start chopping my spinach. I'm using spinach for this recipe. If you're in Ghana, you can use Ayoyo leaves or Jute leaves or even bomo leaves. The slimy nature of okra lubricates the waste and it makes it possible to pump healthy blood into the machine gun of our male companions. So today I'm going to give you the best recipe to prepare for your man if you want to keep him. Yes, I said that. So continue following me whilst we also cook and then talk at the same time. So when I'm done, I'm going to start chopping my onions. This I'm going to use to season my meat. Remember, today I'm going to use only onions and my ginger to season the meat. I'm not going to add any garlic. You can add garlic or bay leaves if you want. So when I'm done, I'll just pour it into my blender, add a little bit of water, and then blend till it's smooth. Check on the meat when you're done, so we can see that it's cooked well. So I'm going to take out my onion, tomato, and then my habanero pepper. I'm going to allow this to cool before adding it to my blender to blend it till it's also smooth, and then I'll add it to my soup. Done taking out the vegetables, make sure to clean the outer part of your saucepan so that it becomes nice and presentable. When I'm done, I'm pouring the onion and ginger mixture into it. I'm going to rinse it with a little bit of water and then add my seasoning powder. Feel free to use any seasoning powder of your choice. Like I told you, you can add bay leaves at this stage. Now I'm adding my tilapia to the soup. I'm going to cook this for just 10 minutes and then I'll take it out because I don't want it to melt in it. I'm going to give it one quick stir and then I would continue with my cooking. If you have the salted beef, you can add it at this stage. When you go to the market, ask them for Giaware beef. It's very good. It has a flavor and then it makes okra soup so nice. Yeah, cover it when you're done. So after 10 minutes, I will check up on it and then take out my tilapia like I told you. So tilapia ne yam gun kwai ni mayana amanka sena dos when also mimpe. And then kids are also going to eat this meal, so I don't want them to have any feel of bones in the soup, which will make them not to eat this delicious recipe. Take out the outer part again and then you cover it up. After, this is the time to start blending your tomato, onion, and habanero pepper till it's smooth. When you're done, we are going to add it to our already seasoned meat and then we would continue the cooking process. Now I will be rinsing my blender with a little bit of water, and then I will continue cooking it. We would want our pig feet to be a little bit soft. Remember that I also cooked my wele before adding it to my meat, because the wele takes a little bit longer to cook than the rest of my meat. Give it a quick stir when you're done, and then cover it to allow it to continue cooking for an extra 15 minutes. Make sure to be checking up on your soup once in a while, and then you give it a quick stir. On the other hand, I'm going to start with cooking my okra and then my spinach. I'm using spinach because I don't have access to jute leaves or ayoyo leaves. Like I told you, you can also use a leaf called bomu in Ghana, and then it's all slimy. I'm going to add just a little bit of water to it. We don't need too much water for cooking our okra and then our spinach. I'm also adding my baking powder to this, and then I will stir it together. If you don't have baking powder, kindly use keum or limestone for it. And then I'm also adding my Kako to it. You can add your Kako directly into the soup, but then I prefer to add my Kako when I'm cooking my okra. It gives it another flavor, though I'm going to add everything together when I'm done in the soup, but then I prefer cooking it this way. Yeah, you don't need to cover it, so just put your wooden ladle on top of it so that it doesn't flow over. Make sure to be stirring it once in a while so that the under doesn't burn or the base of the saucepan doesn't burn. We want it more slimy, so allow it to cook for about 7 to 10 minutes and you're good to go. Now this is how the soup is also cooking beautifully, so it's time to add my tilapia back into the soup so that it takes some of the juice of the soup as well. Yeah, now our soup is almost done. This takes roughly 30 to 40 minutes to do this, and then on the side we'll be cooking our banku to pair it up with. So I'm going to add my okra directly to the soup, and then we are done. Give it a quick stir, but make sure not to overstir it. I know you understand what I mean because of the fish, so that it doesn't start tearing apart. Just give it a soft stirring, and then we are good to go. Trust me that once a lady in Ghana decides to treat you to this delicious delicacy, it means she wants to keep you. Yes, so I'm also adding my habanero pepper for an extra heat, and then I will allow it to cook beautifully or simmer on low heat for an extra 5 minutes to allow the fish to soak all the juice in the soup. On the other side, I'm also turning my banku to pair it with my okra soup. Yeah, food is now ready after the 5 minutes, and it's time to serve with our banku. Yeah, so you can eat this with eba, fufu, kinke, or any swallow of your choice too. Thank you, lovely people, for watching my channel. Don't forget to like, share me out, comment on my videos for more recipes, and also remember to give me feedback when you are done preparing any of my delicious meals. See you next time, and bye-bye.